And no matter how horrendous you act, once you receive that status of victimhood, everyone must understand. And that was the thing for me that I thought
she does is that she studies people. She's not a good actress, but she is a trained one, right? She's been doing it her entire life. And there is no doubt that she studied Princess Diana.
It's happening again, and this time the noise is louder than ever. Meghan Markle really believed she had buried the rumours, the accusations, and the non-stop online drama for good. But the spotlight came crashing back. This time from someone powerful enough to shake Hollywood with just one episode. Candace Owens, the bold American commentator known for her raw, unfiltered style, just reignited one of the most heated royal debates of this generation.
Husband Harry didn't get a look in. The runaway royal, not even mentioned as Bridezilla, looked back on the memorable moments since she walked the aisle on May the 19th, 2018. A magical day throughout which the sun shone brilliantly against a cloudless, bright blue sky.
Meghan, according to insiders, is straight up furious because once again people are picking apart the topic she hates the most, her pregnancies. Those uncomfortable questions that followed her all the way through her royal life are suddenly front and center again. Candace didn't hesitate for even a second in her new viral episode. She stared into the camera and delivered a line that made reporters, Hollywood insiders, and Meghan's entire PR team flinch.
That wasn't yesterday. No, that was 4 years ago. There's still a whole life, a real, authentic, fun life that's happening behind.
We've been told the same story for years, but none of it adds up. Then she dropped the hammer. Meghan Markle has built her brand on playing the victim, and every time she's caught, she hides behind another emotional interview. I think people deserve the truth. The clip exploded instantly. Millions of views were firing across X, YouTube, and Instagram as hashtags like No Meghan Markle Lies, Candace Owens Truth Bomb, and Royal Scandal Reloaded shot up the charts. Just like that, the conversation Meghan hoped died back in 2019 came stomping back into the spotlight. To understand why Meghan is this upset now, you have to rewind to the start of the pregnancy timeline drama that never truly disappeared. That wasn't yesterday. This goes back 4 long years. Back then, life looked bright, exciting, real, nothing like the tense air around her name today. When Meghan and Prince Harry announced their first pregnancy in 2018, fans around the world cheered. Headlines blared, "A royal baby is coming!" It felt like a fresh chapter for the monarchy, polished and modern.
Appreciation for the royals, right? It's something that Americans don't really jive with. It never made sense to me, but I fell in love with America.
But as the months moved on, people online started noticing strange little inconsistencies. Photos where Meghan's baby bump seemed to change from one day to the next, videos of her bending down without any struggle in high heels, and camera angles that made viewers whisper, "Something doesn't match." These moments grew into a messy swirl of questions. Most people brushed it off as lighting tricks, weird angles, or just tabloid imagination, until the conspiracy crowd latched onto it and pushed it into something much bigger. Even though the palace publicly backed Meghan, she never forgot how it felt to be examined like a science project. Strangers studied every photo, every movement, every smile, and that memory stayed with her. So when Candace brought that exact rumor back into the spotlight, it didn't just sting, it hit deep and personal. Candace's new segment didn't waste time playing nice. It opened by calling out celebrity fake honesty, dragging the way some stars act authentic only when it benefits them.
To just be a human. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen this sort of before. I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity. Because I know other women who are listening to this podcast.
Then she zoomed straight into Meghan's carefully crafted media story with laser focus. "You can't demand privacy 1 minute and then sell your trauma the next," Candace said. "And if you lie even once, people will question everything you say." That line had Meghan's camp instantly alarmed. And it got worse. According to entertainment insiders, Candace played a clip from Meghan's 2021 Oprah interview, the emotional part where Meghan spoke about fearing for her baby's safety and feeling silenced. When the clip ended, Candace leaned in with a cold, steady voice and asked, "So which is it? Silenced or selling the silence for $100 million? The audience let out a loud gasp. Within minutes, that line was everywhere, remixed, analysed, debated, and dragged into every corner of the internet. Candace had hit the exact nerve Meghan tried for years to protect. Behind the scenes, Montecito reportedly went into full crisis mode. Aides scrambled, calling emergency meetings with the PR team to control the wildfire spreading online. An insider claimed Meghan was pacing, frustrated, demanding they stop it before it got bigger. But the internet had already taken off. The momentum was unstoppable because the timing was brutal. Hollywood was already whispering about Meghan's project delays, and royal watchers questioned whether she and Harry would ever return to the UK in an official role again. Candace's viral comments poured pressure onto a narrative Meghan worked hard to bury. "It's not about whether the rumour is true," one PR insider reportedly told the Post. "It's about perception, and right now, Meghan looks defensive, secretive, and shaken. And that look is exactly what her team has been trying to erase for years." Here's the twist. This isn't even Candace Owens' first time calling Meghan out. Back in 2021, right after the Oprah interview, Candace accused Meghan of weaponizing her race and tears to manipulate public sympathy. Her comments had already sparked a firestorm back then, but also brought Candace a massive surge in viewers. Now, 3 years later, she's back, sharper, more fearless, and commanding a platform bigger than ever. "I warned people," Candace said on her show. "Once someone shows you who they are, believe they are them. Meghan Markle is not a victim." That line hit like a thunderclap across royal circles. Experts scrambled to weigh in. Some rushed to defend Meghan, citing the racism and bullying she faced, while others quietly admitted that Candace was just voicing what many insiders whispered. Meghan's emotional storytelling had become a signature, a carefully built brand. And this time, no one at the palace rushed to shield her. For Harry, the timing was brutal. He was in London for a private charity event when the news broke, and British tabloids pounced immediately. Photographers shouted questions as he arrived. "Harry, did Meghan lie about her pregnancy?" Harry didn't answer. Eyes down, jaw tight. Palace insiders later described his reaction as ice-cold professionalism. "They're not touching this," a senior royal insider told the Daily Express. "The palace won't dignify the topic with a comment. They've moved past Meghan and Harry's drama entirely." That deliberate, absolute silence hit Meghan like a gut punch. Without royal backing, she was left exposed in the crossfire. By the end of the day, the internet had done what it does best. Turn whispers into wildfire. Old clips resurfaced, baby shower footage went viral, and threads dissecting every pregnancy photo exploded. Talk shows re-aired past interviews, and it felt like déjà vu. The same frenzy, the same backlash, but this time Meghan had fewer allies and far more to lose. The media sympathy that once protected her after Oprah had thinned, and even some US outlets began framing her as a polarizing celebrity. One Hollywood reporter summed it up bluntly: "People don't believe her anymore. She's told her story too many times, and every new detail only invites more scrutiny." Candace Owens. She was winning. Her show's views skyrocketed, and she teased that more receipts exposing Meghan's strategic manipulations were coming. The internet was holding its breath, waiting for the next drop. As the world watched the story spiral, Meghan's silence started cracking. Insiders said she was boiling with rage, not just at Candace, but at anyone daring to drag her back into this painful chapter. One friend said she felt hunted, like every attempt to move forward was sabotaged. As headlines grew louder, Meghan made a move that would escalate the feud into an all-out media war by sunrise in Montecito. Her team began drafting a counterstrike, while Candace's clip dominated trending pages worldwide. Meghan knew that staying silent could look like guilt, but a misstep could make it far worse. Her publicist tried to steer her. Go positive, not defensive. Compassion, not confrontation. But Meghan wasn't in a mood for compassion. Sources say she slammed her phone on the marble counter, snapping, "I'm done being polite." Later that afternoon, a polished statement appeared across sympathetic blogs and entertainment feeds. The Duchess of Sussex remains focused on her family and philanthropic work. She will not engage with individuals who profit from peddling cruelty and misinformation. Elegant, vague, carefully worded, but everyone knew exactly who individuals meant. Candace and the internet got the message instantly. Within minutes, screenshots of the statement flooded feeds with captions like, "Meghan versus Candace, round 2 begins." Podcast hosts and YouTubers lined up to dissect every comma, every nuance. Candace responded fast and mercilessly, retweeting Meghan's statement with just 3 words that struck a nerve. Then she went live, leaning forward under studio lights, a sly smile playing on her lips. The kind of smile that says, "I'm winning. You can issue all the press releases you want," she said. But here's the problem. You built your empire on talking, every podcast, every documentary, every book, so don't act like silence is suddenly noble. You open the door, Meghan, I'm just walking through it. That clip hit 10 million views before midnight. Hollywood was split down the middle. Some celebrities publicly defended Meghan, posting hearts and solidarity emojis, while others stayed quiet. Not out of disloyalty, but out of pure self-preservation. A studio executive told Variety bluntly, "No one wants to pick sides in a feud between Meghan and Candace. One controls the royal fan army, the other a political powerhouse. It's a total PR nightmare." For Meghan, the quiet of former friends was the loudest betrayal. Names that once stood by her during the Oprah era were now missing from the fight entirely. No late-night hosts rushed to her aid. No A-list stars jumped in to defend her. Actresses reposted her statement, but one insider whispered, "People are just tired of the drama. Hollywood moves fast, and sympathy has an expiration date." The backlash escalated when a former staffer, unnamed but clearly connected, quietly told a gossip columnist that Meghan's obsession with her image might be the real reason behind the chaos. So many insiders kept their distance. "Everything is strategic with her," the source said. "Every story, every tear. But when that strategy stops working, she blames everyone else." Within hours, the quote spread like wildfire. Hashtags like Soccer Meghan Meltdown and Crisis in Montecito dominated social feeds, trending across X, Instagram, and TikTok. Meghan's team tried to pivot fast. They arranged a glossy charity event in Santa Barbara, smiles in place, hands clasped with local families, the Duchess back in full humanitarian mode. For a moment, positive headlines trickled in again, but then Candace Owens struck. And this time, she didn't just talk, she showed. On her podcast, Candace played a short montage of Meghan's past interviews side by side, pointing out dates that shifted, details that changed, and phrases repeated word for word from old PR statements. Then she looked straight into the camera. When everything you say feels scripted, the truth stops sounding real. The studio went silent. It wasn't cruel or over the top. It was surgical, and that made it lethal. By the next morning, major newspapers were running sidebars titled "Owens Challenges, Meghan's Credibility." Under fire news anchors debated whether Meghan's media fatigue had finally caught up with her. Meanwhile, Prince Harry, stuck between loyalty and exhaustion, reportedly begged for calm, urging Meghan to let it go, but she refused. Friends said she insisted that letting Candace's narrative spread unchecked would destroy everything they'd built. Her PR strategist warned, "If you keep responding, you feed her algorithm." Meghan wasn't thinking about algorithms anymore. She was thinking about revenge. The counterattack came in the form of a strategic leak. A glossy magazine historically sympathetic to the Sussexes suddenly ran an exclusive feature portraying Meghan as the target of a coordinated hate campaign by far-right commentators. The article didn't name Candace directly, but everyone knew who it meant. It painted Meghan as heartbroken yet resilient, a woman refusing to be silenced by smear merchants. Meant to sound dignified, it came across as desperate. Candace Owens immediately posted the headline on X with a caption, "And there it is, the victim card again." Her followers erupted, and within hours, mainstream outlets were buzzing. By week's end, even neutral reporters admitted Meghan's image had suffered another hit. The sympathetic royal rebel now looked like a celebrity battling ghosts from her own past. One entertainment columnist nailed it. "Candace isn't Meghan's real enemy. Time is. The public has moved on, and in Hollywood, that's the kiss of death." Inside Montecito, staff reportedly described the atmosphere as defeated. Meetings cancelled, calls unanswered. Meghan withdrew from the spotlight, skipping podcast appearances and red carpet events. Even Netflix, once eager to follow her every move, quietly shifted attention to other projects. "They still respect her," a source said, "but she's become unpredictable. People don't know what to believe anymore." For Meghan, that was the deepest cut, not the criticism, not the headlines. but the quiet indifference settling over Hollywood. The same industry that once hailed her as a symbol of modern royalty now treated her like a cautionary tale. Then, just when it seemed the story might fade, Candace Owens signed off her show with one final, calm, measured, chillingly confident line. "I'm done talking about Meghan Markle. The truth speaks for itself. No gloating, no victory lap, just silence." And somehow, that silence hurt more than anything else because it meant Meghan's feud, the spectacle once adored by the internet, was no longer worth airtime. In the end, Meghan's counterattack backfired, not because she was wrong, but because she couldn't stop fighting. Every statement, every rebuttal, every perfectly polished press release only reminded the world of the same lingering question: can we trust her story? And for the first time since stepping onto the global stage, Meghan Markle had no answer. Public opinion is fickle, and in the age of clicks and clips, the loudest truth is often the last one spoken. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you want more inside stories from the royal world.